Alright everybody, this is Goobs from Lords of the Game Table bringing you a deck profile for a Dungeon World hybrid deck. I built this deck just about a week ago and I'm liking it, so I decided to share it with you guys because I think you could possibly even take this to a tournament if you add probably a few more of the right cards. So here's my buddy, Orser Kleins. His effect is, this is a hybrid deck, you take an adventurer and a dungeon enemy from your drop zone, put them back into the bottom of your deck, and draw a card after, of course, you put the top card of your deck into the gauge. That's really good because you can build gauge and build hand size. And it recycles a lot of your cards, so that's really good. A lot of your good cards as well. So to start it off, I'm going to show you all my dungeon enemies. Demon Lord Gagnar. You pay 2 gauge and he's a 4 crit. He's a 4 crit 9k attacker with 6,000 defense, which is still, he's pretty beefy. As a size 3 he should be. The only drawback is he has lifelink, so it's a good thing that this deck gains a lot of life. When he's summoned to the field, when you come to the field, return all cards from your gauge back into the deck, and you get a fresh new set of cards. So usually, what I do, I don't know if this is correct, but I think that's the way it works. When I have 2 gauge left, I call him to the center, and then I get 3 fresh new gauge. I believe that's how it works, because I've been doing it for a while. So if that's not the way it works, then I'm sorry to all the people that beat like this. Moving on. 4 Bladewing Phoenix. He's not my buddy because Orser Kleins is, but he's definitely a runner-up for it because his effect is really good. He has double attack and only at the cost of 1 gauge. It's 5,000 attacker. He's good. Every hybrid deck should have one. Mimic with a prize. Every hybrid deck should have one of these too. If this guy gets destroyed, each player looks for a top card, and you may or may not heal or take damage. It's really fun. Big Surprise Pandora. Big Surprise Pandora, somebody's taking damage no matter what. And if you're lucky, both you and your opponent take damage, because that's just way more exciting than one of you taking damage. Rock, Paper, Scissors. I specifically bought Rock, Paper, Scissors dice for this deck. It helps everything go along way easier than you and your opponent both actually using your hands to play Rock, Paper, Scissors. Now for the adventurers, now that the enemies are over, I have 2 Shilavana. Shilavana works really well in this deck along with Orser Kleins. If I have a dungeon enemy and an adventurer both on the field, not only does the dungeon enemy part give her the extra 2 critical actually, but the adventure part gives it penetrate. So if she attacks while there is both a dungeon enemy and adventurer, she will get penetrate and 3 crit. That's really high for a card that has penetrate. And of course, 4 of my buddy Orser Kleins. I need him in the deck. He makes the deck go around. 2 Missile Magician Adric. Adric, with a link attack with another adventurer, your opponent takes 1 damage no matter what. Just for the link attack. So, I like to do that with Shilavana. 2 Strollbird. Strollbird has really high attack, so I like to use him for link attacks as well. Criticizing Kerwa. I play 2, but you only really need 2 because, again, you can search out your adventurers in this deck. And when he link attacks with another adventurer, your opponent's monster loses a soul. So it's really good for beating up on Seegers. Or just, cards with, like, Drum Bunker Dragon. Cards with Soul Guard. And 2, Ocker Glazer. He has high attack stats as well, just like Strollbird. So he's really good for the link attack. And when he link attacks, you gain penetrate. So that's good. This is sort of like a budget deck, but, instead of playing this guy, you could probably play, like, Tasuku, but Tasuku costs 2. So, 2 gauge. This deck leaves me more versatility with my gauge for more important things. Speaking of more important things, I actually only play 1 Cecilia Spell Disarm. I can't search it out, but because of the way a lot of these cards work, well, actually, now I'm thinking about it, I'm not entirely sure why I put this in there. I guess maybe just to know that it's in there, just to know it's around. I'll probably take it out, put something else more important though. Probably like another Continue, because Continue is really great in this deck. You pay 1 gauge, you get 1 size 2 or less dungeon enemy and adventurer. And you can switch the order too. It could be a size 2 dungeon enemy and a size 1 adventurer, or a size 2 adventurer, or a size 1 dungeon enemy. And it could be a size 0 dungeon enemy too if you want. It's really good. It goes along perfectly with Ursa Klein's. I play 2 of this here dragon beating up weapon. Dragon Vanquishing Sword, Dragoslayer. Again, I have a lot of Seeger hate, so this guy helps with that. Pay 2 gauge, and if he attacks a dragon attribute monster, he gains +4. So he's really great for link attacks, and he's an adventurer. So I believe if you use him with Shilavana, you can attack your opponent's monster, and they will usually not be able to stop the attack unless they have a negate attack. An attack negator. He beats up on Seeger's first and second form, so that's why I like him too. I like that Dragoslayer. I play 2 of the Soma Sword. The Dragoslayer feels a bit aggressive. I mean, this is pretty bad too, but it's not so as mean. It doesn't specifically target anybody, but you still pay 2 gauge, and if you link attack with an adventurer, this card gets penetrate. That's really important to me, because I will link attack that with Shilavana and penetrate for 5, and I've won a game like that before. I play 2 of the Dead End Crush Impact because I like my weapons and I can search them out along with this card. And I search out all these cards with 4 of Mission Card Former Party. I play 4 of them. They're really good, and I think they're really important to the deck. So play 4 of them if you can. You get a life too, and all you have to do is play another one of this, or 1 out of my 2 defeat monsters. I only play 2 of them, but you can play more if you want to. Again, I guess you probably take out one of these, and probably put another defeat monsters. It'd be more useful to you, I guess. Actually, I advise that. Please do that. Please do that. Make your deck better than mine. I play 4 of the Protection of Shalzana, the negate attack. You pay 1 gauge, you gain a life, you negate an attack, and your center doesn't have to be open. This card is awesome, and I wish everyone had one of these. But it seems that not everyone can get one of these. I play 2 Pillar of Fire. Pillar of Fire is awesome. I use them to disrupt my opponent's attacks and attempts at my center or my monsters that I like a lot. Especially if they come after my Gagnar. So yeah, you pay 1 gauge, you blow up a monster with 6,000 less defense. Defense is usually, like, if someone was attacking me with their Gagnar, I could kill that. I can kill their Gagnar. And all you have to do is have your center open. I don't like the center open, but I don't mind it in this deck. Not with this deck. And 2 Dangerous Fuse. Yeah, you could probably also take out this and put in another Dangerous Fuse. I only have 2 Dangerous Fuse, so I work with what I got, and this deck still works. It still works for me. It gets the job done. This card's probably one of the most... I'd say this card's officially broken. Yeah. You don't lose with this card. You either get gauge, you get 2 cards in the hand. It's a sweet combination of 2 things that everybody wished they had. And it's random too. So I guess that's what makes it, that's what they think is supposed to balance it out. It's random. No. It doesn't matter. Sometimes I'm in a situation where I like either one of them. So now that you saw the main deck, time to show you my side deck. Sometimes I take out Gagnar and I put in Brave Sun Gao. Brave of the Sun Gao, because when he has Soul Guard 1, and he has 3 crit, and his defense is decently high. And when you link attack with him, you gain 1 life and you get a gauge. So I use this when I'm fighting against Seeger. I try to fend off Seeger as much as I can, and then I whittle them down with Brave of the Sun Gao. Yeah. Along with Brave of the Sun Gao, I only play 2, by the way, because promo, he's hard to find. Dungeon Pit. I side this because it's a good card. I usually use it against Katana World, especially if they're like playing the Skull Warrior version. Katana World, Danger World, anyone that kind of wants to protect their center. In Dragon World, I play against anyone that has size 2s that I don't really like. You know, especially if they have high attack. I don't really want that. So they play him, they don't get to attack this turn. 2 Rolling Stone. This is my hate card for when I'm playing against Seeger. Yeah, I really hate Seeger. But I respect him, but I hate him, so I'm going to beat him up. You pay 2 gauge, and you don't even have to have a monster in the center. But you and your opponent destroy your monster after, of course, removing all that monster's soul. If my opponent doesn't have enough gauge to bring out the second form of Seeger, then I essentially win the game from that point on. It's really good, and I side this in whenever I know I'm playing against Seeger. So that combined with the Dragon Slayer means I'm winning. And 4 of the Gummy Slime, because I know people like to use the new ability move. I mean, it's not that new, but it just came out like a while ago, and it's pretty useful. So Gummy Slime, along with being cute, is really useful, especially against Thunder Knights, who gain gauge on my turn when they decide to move their monster from where it once was to somewhere else, which is usually in the middle when I'm trying to win. No, not when Gummy's on the field. Gummy says no. So I side in the Gummy. Alright. And that's it for my my Dungeon World hybrid deck. I hope you enjoyed it. There's that guy life point counter. He's serious. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to like the video. You definitely leave some comments about what you think about the deck. And subscribe. Lords of the Game Table. This is Goobs saying I'll see you guys next time. Also, one last message. Before I leave, actually, I'm gonna be with some of my friends that work with me on a lot of my videos at the upcoming tournament this weekend. This weekend, I believe. Yeah, the 12th. And I just want to put up this video real quick before I go there. I'll probably bring this deck with me so I can test it out against any of you guys. So if any of you are there, you know, and you like my videos, you know, come say hi. I'm not entirely sure what I'll be wearing, but I'll have a camera, and I'll have this playmat, definitely. This playmat right here, boom. Got my Kuma. That Persona 4 Kuma. Oh no. Well, like I said earlier, bye.